What up? We're gonna get a few people in the we're gonna get a few people in the feed before we start. What's up? What's up? Where y'all tuning in from? How's everybody? Jaquetta, how you doing? How you doing, my sister? Hope you well today. You good? You good? Come on, y'all. Where y'all tuning in from? Don't forget to like, share, and actually like and share. Peace. Outside playing ball. What up? My brother's outside playing ball. I'm glad you can tune in with us, brother. So listen, you know how back in the day used to have speakers outside. They used to have speakers outside and at the church so the people can hear. Y'all should do something like that. What you think? We should do something like that, huh? Have speakers outside so people can hear. You know what I'm saying? So come on, y'all. Please share this out. Um, this is not to try to jump on a feed and ask Sabir Bey a million questions. Y'all can set lectures up, whatever the hell it is, man. Riverside in the building. Y'all can set wherever who you need to hear this, whatever it is. Listen, I am not by far trying to be politically correct with anything that I'm saying, but I'm going to be right. Okay. So do me a favor, y'all. Share this video out. And if you want to jump on the feed, feel free to jump on the feed. But please, people, can we have it be in order of what I'm talking about? Can we do that? This is and also this is not to actually keep asking Sabir a million questions. I got a lot of videos out here, okay, online that you can actually go and look up. So, with that being said, if you come to this cipher, people, please be respectful. Just because you see that title up there may not go there. I just did that because someone sent me a Sinetta video that I couldn't even watch the whole joint through. And people say, well, why you didn't watch the whole joint through, Sabir? Because the reason why I can't watch it because it's the same stuff Sinetta been putting up on social media for over the past 20 something years. Have y'all noticed that? So the reason why I didn't watch it because you know how you can sit in a room and you know what a person's going to say. It's the same talking points. Religion or whatever Sinetta is talking about on that platform is not fixing our problems. Islam, Christianity, all of this stuff is not fixing the problem. What's the problem, Sabir? We have to truly understand law. That is the key. Now, if I'm wrong, correct me. Okay. So listen, um, someone sent me this, and I just looked at it. I was like, come on, y'all. We still talking about this. Bear with me. I said, are we still talking about this? And if y'all in y'all feelings, people, come on my feed and say it with your chest. Say it with your chest, big. And the reason why I'm doing this video is because I got off the phone with a good sister that I was just talking to, and she shared something with me. And hopefully she can join the feed with us. Hopefully she can join the feed. She was telling me that, and she inspired this show. She inspired me to do this. She was talking to me about an 11-year-old reading at a kindergarten level. She said 11-year-old. Here this guy go. God damn, I just can't get no breaks. I wish this brother just come on my feed, man. Let me tell y'all something. I don't even know why this brother keep emailing me. Like, I don't want your emails. Hold up. I'm going to share this with y'all. I'm going to be real with y'all. And I need y'all to tell him to come on my feed. Look, can't make this up, B. And this is the stab because this is like COINTELPRO. I ain't even start the show and this dude. I ain't even read the email. Y'all reading it as I'm reading it. He literally just emailed me this. Why don't he come on the feed with me? Why? This is my greatest mother freak. Listen, this is the greatest fan that I have, y'all. Straight up. This is my greatest fan. The greatest fan I ever had. Straight up. This dude will be the one that literally emailed me instead of saying, I want to talk to Sabir. The stalker strikes back yet again. Yes, he did. Oh my God. Y'all don't understand, man. I got a great stalker. He's on every, like Lance, he's on every mother freaking feed. Every feed instead of saying, I don't like you, nigga, because your hair is long. You got more hair than me. I don't like you, Sabir, because I got titties, I got a breasts, and I got a stomach. I don't like you, Sabir, because I don't have a girlfriend. So let's put the link up here, y'all. Let's go. Yeah, he's watching. Lance laughing. Oh, he's watching. Thank you, brother. He automatically, I ain't even have to tell nobody to email me. He automatically emailed me. Ain't that a shut your mouth? He automatically emailed me. Damn. Let's put the link up here, see if you want to come on the feed with us. So if you want to come on the feed with me, join the feed, y'all. The link is right there. He said, I bet that stalker knows what you eat, what you ate yesterday. I don't think he know. He ain't in my motherfucking house. He might be in my window if he knew where I live at. You can try to figure it out, but he might be in my motherfucking window, nigga. Like this dude is, I'm so serious, people. For the people, I want y'all to see I have a stalker, and I only been on his feed for 7 minutes. It came in the 5-minute mark. He literally just, and I didn't even put my email up there. He got my email on speed dial, my nigga. Bam. Email, speed dial. But I don't want to talk to him. Woo, these dudes is crazy. He's in the window. He in my window. Hey, he in my window. We going to scimitar on him. Let's get the scimitars out. You can be in the window. Don't have a problem with that. See, the crazy part is, like, in this spot, I got stuff stashed everywhere. Everywhere. When the lights goes out, it's even Steven, nigga. He couldn't even get where I'm at. I'm gonna keep it a buck. He couldn't even get where I'm at. All you got to do is put some dictionaries. He said, all you got to do. Oh, yeah, you're right. Hold up. He said, all we got to do is put some dictionaries and law books in the window. He said, that's all you got to do is put dictionaries and law books in the window. That nigga be like, no, that's kryptonite, nigga. It's kryptonite. So, brother, I'm going to keep it real with you. If you want to come on the feed and come on and talk to me, come on the feed. Okay, seriously. Hit the link. If you got an issue with me, I didn't take your girlfriend from you. Might have been the other dude. You may, you got to keep yourself intact. You got to keep yourself intact, people. You got to keep yourself intact. What up, Jerome? Come on the feed, y'all. Come on, jump on the feed with me, baby. Let's go. So listen, I was talking to a good sister of mine, and she was telling me, and she inspired this show. If she wants to come on the feed and tell y'all the story, she can. But it was crazy that she said this to me. She said there was an 11-year-old that could not read on a kindergarten level. Y'all should be pissed off at that. She was telling me this, that she works for the school board. And she said foundational Black American. She said that he was 11 years old, and she had to tell the mother that their child couldn't read on a kindergarten level. Y'all know how crazy that is? Damn. You know why? Do y'all know why that happened? It's because we're being taught backwards. So come on, y'all. So everybody been asking me. So somebody sent me this video. So now I'm going to respond to this video. And I definitely said this to Sonetta. And this is the topics that Sonetta keep on having over and over and over and over and over with y'all. So y'all can share this to the House of Consciousness. Said I text this to Sonetta. You can send this to House of Consciousness, Sonetta Studios, Foundational Black Americans. Everybody's welcome. Okay, let's go. It's y'all time to shine, baby. Hurry up. I don't need to be on here for 10 hours. Y'all better listen.
I had a dream that one day, the guys in my generation will not be afraid to be themselves, but walk in the divine purpose that God has set for their lives. We're going to be all right.
Y'all need to share this out. Let's go.
That one day, the girls of my generation will have more self-love, respect themselves more, and walk in the divine purpose that God has set for their lives. We're going to be okay.
Track jackets, dreads, true religion jeans, and a weedy smell. Everybody dressed alike, deep as hell. Unprepared for life, could barely read a spell. Shorties walking around scared to be themselves. No one out is serving in the streets prevail. 6 feet below the ground or either jail. Rappers that they follow after feed them tales. Another generation's been set up to fail. If I can just make through the night, trying to find the light. Tracks in their heads, blue extensions lead through their feet and nails. In and out of smoke sessions, chief and L's. Skirts lifted just enough to see their tails. Everybody walking down the street nailed. Granny raised the seed they've barely even held.
Yes, sister.
Attracting STDs
Listen.
more than they do males.
Listen.
Lack of self-esteem because of deep betrayal. Another generation's been set up to fail. And always said she's praying through the night. Beauty's deep inside.
Come on, y'all.
Spinning that time. Be my life. You can hear my cry. Freedom bells will never ring, led by what our leaders tell. Speeches filled with information that complete you pale. But won't disclose it, please expose it, I need more details. The money's tall, but everything's evolved that comes from greed. Philosophies, the prophecies are that of Socrates. The honey fans, the money fans that come in running feed. The sunny fans I thrill the fields, fill up the floor with cheese. Mother overly protects the saviors from the falls. Try their best to lock the doors, but couldn't save us all. The praying hands heal a man and bring them back to life. And it's done in Jesus' name, then how can you deny Christ? The prayer of my pipes I feel the tools that break through stones. Invite the chills to watch your bones when you embrace my songs. I hope and pray there'll come a day while walking on this trail. The God of faith will shine his grace and save us from ourselves. Sometimes I close my eyes and hope to God that we excel. Before we die, the water's running dry inside the wells. The public schools that I attended should have been burned. The teachers said they still get paid if I don't ever learn. Before we die, the water's running dry inside the wells. The public schools that I attended should have been burned. The teachers said they still get paid if I don't ever learn. Before we die, the water's running dry inside the wells. The public schools that I attended should have been burned. The teachers said they still get paid if I don't ever learn. And life is just as filthy as the slime. The rich men that despise the poor because they should get their own. The poor men that despise the rich just because they
Damn. And that's a Christian brother. Gemstones, Chi-Town. Hey, I was waiting for you to come on if you want to come on the feed. I didn't want to put your business out there. I said what you shared with me. I just was talking about it. I said you inspired me to do this show. I'm gonna be real because I wasn't going to do a show. I was ready to go out. I was ready to go out the door straight up. I was heading out the door, and none of this is planned. I was on the phone with my sis, and what she shared with me, I'm like, damn, didn't. And I'm gonna tell you that song right here, sis, that I just played, Gemstones. Listen to this one more time for y'all. Listen to what he said about the schools. Listen, y'all.
You can hear my slides.
Yes, I'll be back, sister. I'll be back.
Freedom bells.
Here it comes.
Will never ring. Slid by what our leaders tell. Speeches filled with information that complete you pale. But won't disclose it. Please expose it. I need more details. The money's tall, but everything shall fall that comes from greed. Philosophies, the prophecies are that of Socrates. The honey fans for money fans that come at running speed. The stunning fans are thrilled as bills fill up the floor with cheese. Mother overly protects the savers from the falls. Try their best to lock the doors, but couldn't save us all. The praying hands can heal a man and bring him back to life. And it's done in Jesus' name, then how can you deny Christ? I feel the toes that break through stones. Inviting chills to watch your bones when you embrace my songs. I hope and pray they'll come a day while walking on this trail. The God of faith will shine his grace and save us from ourselves. Sometimes I close my eyes and hope to God that we excel. Before we die, the water's running dry inside the well. The public schools that I attended should have been and burned. The teachers said they still get paid if I don't have to learn. The taking rules and half the death will never make it. It's going to spin twice because they think that's how that's I told the 20 twice and that ain't the ultimate regard has no respect for the phone. The guilt that I go on cannot connect. The woman's made amends and equivalences of a dog. The men they never trust the woman built to play a fraud. Life keeping it dark is blessed because they never burn. Dark is made of life is just as filthy as the slime. The rich men that despise the poor because they should get their own. The poor men that despise the rich just because they own. The saints made it the sinners will be called in the cloud. The saints made the saints all think they hold it in the house. The church.
Now, y'all comprehend that. So my sister's on the line. If she want to come on the feed, she can come on. But what inspired me to do this? I don't have nothing planned, so I'm flowing with this, y'all. So rock with me. Somebody sent me a video of Sa-Neter talking about Islam. Is it the black man's religion? This is the problem that we have. And if I'm wrong, bring me all your black scholars, Larry, Reggie, whoever, Sa-Neter, whoever. Nobody's black, number one. That's the reality. No one's black. Nobody's black. Okay, factology. But this is the where, and as I'm talking to Karen, and we having this discussion about how is that saving our people? How is this saving our people? Because Sa-Neter, this is about finances for Sa-Neter. He keep bringing the same people on here. I know Walter Williams. I know all of them. Trust me. But the crazy part is, right? As I'm sitting here, I'm talking to the sister, and I couldn't even watch this whole video. I had to turn it off. Right? I'm sitting here like this don't even make sense. So then I'm on the phone with my sister, and I don't want to mess it up. I think she's a teacher or she works for the school board, right? And as she's sharing this with me, let me put my link up here in case she's on the feed, and I'm gonna share something with y'all what we can do. Okay. So she said to me that it was an 11-year-old boy, I think it was a boy, and she had to tell the parent that he couldn't, or he can only read on a kindergarten level. Now we have grown people that don't understand that you're not black. Listen to me closely, people. I need you to rock with me. I want you to bring all your black scholars to the cipher. How could we be so grown that we don't even know that we're not black people and there is no white people? How did we don't even know basic common sense that there is no black people, there is no white people, there's no yellow people, because there's nobody in China running around talking about they're yellow. How is it that we're so smart and educated, right? And this is not semantic, nor is it pun. How is that we don't know what religion is? Let me explain this to y'all. Okay? I'm going to bring my people. Come on, family. Thank you, my brother God first. Thank you. And thank you for sharing the videos on your Instagram, brother. I appreciate you so much. But the crazy part is, how is it that we don't even know what religion is? Let me explain this to y'all, just in case y'all don't know how this works. If you watch football, you watch religiously. There she go. What up, sister? You watch it religiously. If you watch basketball, you watch basketball religiously. If you go to the bars or the clubs or whatever, that's religion. Islam, for the record, is a way of life. Islam is a way of life. Shalom, salam, hotep, that's a way of life, period. But what I'm watching with Sanetta, and this is why we confused, because y'all love prestige and favoritism. This is the crazy part. It's a click thing, like Karis once said. This thing with these so-called conscious people, it's a click thing. And you could bring all the conscious people to the cipher. You ever see this movie Die Hard, sister? When the dude was the last one with Bruce Willis and the dude was hacking in, and they sent everything directly to this particular place with Bruce Willis and the dude, and they said, get out of there. That's what I want y'all to do. Bring all of them to the cipher. Bring all of it to the cipher. Straight up right now. Text it. So this is my sister, and she inspired me to do this video. I had to find the music, sister. I was in the bathroom. You heard what I said I was going to do, right? Did you hear what I said? So I'm not making this up. That was only about a half an hour, 45 minutes ago. It ain't even been an hour. So I'm in the bathroom and I'm talking to her, trying to get myself together, right? And as she's telling me this story, I'm playing Gemstones, the song, and the school part came up, and I said, "Oh, Allah works or God works in like crazy ways, seriously, crazy ways." Could you tell the story real quick about what you just shared with me about the school? Because I ain't want to mess it up. Because I know you said 11-year-old boy couldn't read on a kindergarten level.
Oh yeah. So he's family. I work in a school district. I'm a teacher. I'm moving into the administration part. I think I want to move into it. I like working with the kids, but anyway, the children cannot read. I just want to make this a public service announcement. If you have any nieces, nephews, go give them a book. Go grab a book.
No, why would you give them a book? No, they said people keep coming out of books. No, sister, they don't need books. They don't need, no, they don't need no books. That's the white man's books.
Appropriate level for them. Because when I grew up, you used to read the back of a cereal box.
You damn right.
You used to read Ebony magazine. I used to grow up and be running to my grandma's house because she had all the magazines. I wanted to look in all them joints. They had the Source magazine. I used to love hip hop magazines all day. Anyways, the problem that the system is having, and I say system very vaguely, is that the children cannot read. These children, after the pandemic, they call them pandemic babies.
Are you serious?
Yes. They cannot read.
Wow.
They cannot hold a pencil. And I'm talking about on a large scale, not to my family that's really working with their babies and their children at home. I'm talking about on a public school scale from state to state. It is a large issue with literacy, writing skills, and speech and language. These children are struggling for you to speak to them and you have conversation and they respond back to you and it's an understanding. So right now, the state is changing the standards. They've already changed the math standards. It used to be Common Core. It used to be No Child Left Behind. All of these bills were passed for public school education. When the parents from these communities are not going into these school board meetings, they are passing certain policies above your head. and it doesn't match the demographic of the child's needs. It doesn't match the demographic of anyone. So when Sabir is on here, he's talking about, well, how did all of this start? It started with the Rockefellers and wanting working class people, not thinking people. That is a true thing. When Sabir talks about propaganda being pushed on a high level, that is a true statement. When people come on here and try to argue with Sabir about whether Sabir is Black or whether he's a Moor, he is really trying to get you to understand that we are at a low state. And it's even lower with the children, because if the adults don't know what's going on, the children cannot absolutely know what's going on.
Nope.
So I'm not against homeschool. I'm not against private school, charter school. I'm against stupidity. I'm for helping and educating the people, regardless of what place you want to put your child. And public school is a reason that this country has a free, appropriate education that was established for a reason. But what happened was it got converted and it got taken over by the mob, by the American system. This is a business. This is a corporation. You have to understand it was taken over. So when you're talking about your child receiving an education, it doesn't start at school and it doesn't end at school. Schooling is a place for them to get more practice. That is not where they should begin learning to educate themselves. And you have to think about, like Sabir talks about, prestige. You know, we are losing control of ourselves with this whole prestige thing. We are losing control of ourselves with this whole idea of, oh, you know, I'm gonna put, this is for the people that want to put their kids in schools, these private schools, and they paying all this money. They're not learning nothing over there either. I mean, it's just true. I'm just being honest. The best show you got right now and the best person for the people right now is Sabir and probably 4 other people I can think of that's really going to tell you the truth and going to provide you with literature to help you and your family survive. These children cannot read. So if you have nieces and nephews out here, get books for them. When Sabir is telling y'all, buy the books, support these bookstores. That's a serious thing. Go back in these libraries and start demanding. These libraries are your taxpaying dollars.
Yes, they are.
That they put books of quality in there. Demand that you get your kids in there. Make those libraries, hey, what's your hours? Okay. Because they're only going to work to those who speak to them and to those who have the money. That's why the lobbyists have control over the government, because they are lobbying around millions of dollars to promote stupidity.
I was in Huntington Beach, right? And I don't know how many people are familiar with Huntington. Only people in Cali probably know about Huntington Beach. I was there last week and I should go there today. Just like this. I should go in there just like this today. I swear I should. I might go there today. And when I was in Huntington Beach, Allah be my witness. So they're the only people that didn't shut down during the pandemic, just in case I didn't know. If y'all know anything about Huntington Beach, it's part of California, people. It's not too far from me. So they didn't shut down during the pandemic. So it's a lot of Europeans up there too. But when I was in this library, sis, I couldn't find, Karen and I was the only 2 melanated people in there. I swear to God. Everybody in there was an Asian person, a Mexican person. I swear, like you'd be like, what the mother? Like, and I had all the books. I had all the books, right? You can go through the aisles in there, right? And you will see history. And I'm sitting there in this library in Huntington Beach. Y'all can look up the library, dead serious. I'm sitting there and I'm looking at, I said, well, what the hell? I said, Karen, where's the melanated people at? Niggas worried about the playoffs and all this other stuff, right? And I'm sitting here like, damn. So I might go there today. But to see what you just said about that little boy couldn't even read on a kindergarten level. Imagine an adult that can't even comprehend.
Exactly.
This is the crazy part, that they're not Black people, but you have people who are pushing. Because what happened, affirmative action, they don't even have law dictionaries. I might do a class on eminent domain on Zoom. I might do a class on Zoom on eminent domain. I'm gonna be real with y'all, because I did something last night and I sent it to a couple of people about false claims. And if you have I meant to send it to you too, sister, but I pulled something up and I sent it to everybody late, about 2 or 3 o'clock this morning, right? Because I do stuff like this so I won't forget. So So I sent it out, and one was about false claims. The other one's about I think it was about deeds or whatever it was. I think it was about deeds. I got documents from being in law libraries, and I was showing, and I said, you know what? I'm not even gonna put this online. I'm gonna do a Zoom class on this to show people how you can protect yourself. And this is why when you said to me, you know, earlier when you said sometimes you know it gets frustrating because people keep trying to come at you instead of doing their research. It is because it's tougher to teach a person and I don't even get paid for this. To teach a person, show a person, and then you got to fight with the people instead of saying, wait a minute, I must be quiet. I'm gonna research what Sabir said and see if it's a lie. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But all this was going on. And as I'm sitting here in this regular Huntington Beach library, I'm looking at all the people that's in here and what they're studying. They had books and they had their tablets and their computers up. So if you don't find it, if you find something online, you go directly to the book. This is what was going on. So I'm sitting here and I said, I should ask them some questions. We are so, honestly, this is why we are messed up right now. We are so busy with everything, distractions all the way around. And that's nothing to do. We are so distracted on so many levels of this, B. And again, this is hard. Say it again.
People are hungry for attention because it's an unhealthy level of not being self-soothed and self-satisfied. And it's getting out of control.
It really is. It really is. And this social media is so many people on social media with the propaganda. And oh yeah, brother, but the black man is God. The black man is not God, and there's no such thing as black people. And this is what you will go to. You run to that because it makes you feel good. And this is what Malcolm X talked about, going to a Kentucky Derby just to say I was at the Kentucky Derby, because it's a feel good. This is what we want to do. We want to feel good. And this is why the president went to the Morehouse. If y'all pay attention, he went to the Morehouse, right? Then you had whoever this dude is called Sleepy Hollow, right? These niggas had Trump called them. I said, who the hell are these niggas Sleepy Hollow? But we're going to get into that in 1 second. I'm going to show you what we need to know. Like the sister said, I give y'all enough. Let me show y'all something. How many people are familiar with Rizzo? I see my brother Larry on here. How many people are familiar with Rizzo, Mayor Rizzo? He was a police commissioner too. How many on this feed knows Rizzo? That nigga, that motherfucker. I'm glad I was a baby. That nigga was vicious, dude. How many of y'all know who Rizzo is?
Only disgraceful because of the people that's in place.
Exactly. It's the people that look like you and I, because y'all caught up.
It's people that look like you and me that's doing these policies. And this is why Sabir is trying to go to the people and tell the people you have to get up and understand law and civics, because we still need schools to educate the masses.
Yes. Yep.
We have to understand that it cannot be a system taken away and then there's nothing put there. That's chaos.
That's chaos, right? And I don't have the money to be talking about, I'm promising y'all a school. I can listen. Shout out to Kenny Gamble from Philadelphia. Let me tell you something. I gotta do something in respects to Kenny Gamble. If y'all don't know who Kenny Gamble and Leon Huff, that's our Barry Gordy. Kenny Gamble took his neighborhood. Let me tell you something. You can look up Kenny Gamble built a mansion for his wife in the motherfucking hood in Philadelphia. In the motherfucking hood in Philadelphia. Go look up Kenny Gamble in Philadelphia. He never left, but he built his wife a mansion in the motherfucking hood where he grew up at. Go do your research on it. So let me say this. He said Philadelphia Mayor Frank Rizzo from the past. Exactly. So let me tell y'all how this. Do you know that how many people know that you can recall anybody? This is why I said, sister, I'm going to start doing all my classes back on Zoom. Oh, I was going through so much. I got to send you this to show you. Maybe we need to do a little, we could put a book together on that. Okay. So I can show y'all how this works. Okay. So, and this is what I can't tell you everything we was talking about, but so let me show you something that happened. Bear with me. This is a video. Listen closely to what he said, and we get into this religion thing. Ephraim, how you doing, brother? Ephraim.
You.
What up, G?
Not much. What's up?
God is good all the time. They said nobody's responsibility and do not even have a book in their house. Woo, my God. She's overseas. Look at that, baby. You ain't lying. They got fantasy books. They got books on slavery in their houses. We got to correct that one. But let me show you something. Listen to this. This is Mayor Rizzo. Watch this. Listen to what he said. Give me 1 minute. Listen to what they was talking about with Rizzo. I'm gonna need y'all to pay close attention.
Only instance I know of in more than
This is the 19 the fight from 1965 to 1978, right? And they would talk about how the city looked. Now I'm from Philly, Ephraim from Philly too, but we know how this thing was in Philadelphia. But listen to this for a second.
50 years of involvement in journalism in which a newspaper was closed down by a mob and missed an edition.
Philadelphia was a city in dire straits. The mayor had promised not to increase taxes during his campaign. By the time January 76 rolled around, it was obvious to everyone that the city was going to have to raise taxes. It caused incredible turmoil and was a spark that ignited the recall campaign in 1976.
So let me ask y'all, let me pause this for a second.
Frank Rizzo betrayed the public trust and lied.
How many people know about the recall? Do you know about the recall? Anybody on this feed? Let's keep it a buck. This is why it's important to understand the law. Do anybody know about the recall law? Anybody? Come on, y'all. This is civics, right? Anybody? And I'm gonna show you something, how crazy this is. I'm gonna keep it a buck, sister. Religion and history goes hand in hand with this. Law and history, all of it. Anyone knows about the recall law? Raise your hand. But if I say, let's go to the law library, let's sit in here for a couple of hours, you'd be like, no, that's what we voting these people in for. We got all these people that want to run for politics, but don't understand how this works. Because once you vote for a person and you put you endorse this person, whatever you want to call it, you ain't got no damn say so after this. So you notice these people eat from nobody saying anything yet. They probably trying to scramble to go look it up. You got to think on your toes, people. Think on your toes. So let me let you hear this. What was going on here? Pay attention.
To the people of Philadelphia, when he ran, his major part of his platform was that he would keep the taxes down. That almost immediately upon his election, he announced there were $80 million in deficit.
In my opinion, and I have the right to express my opinion, they represent a radical element that I've been fighting against all my life. There's no doubt in my mind that I'll cream him if I run for another election.
A bunch of people who didn't like him anyway decided we're going to raise a recall petition because it's provided for in the city charter. And it was not looking to...
Did y'all hear what he said? Did y'all catch that? Did you catch what she said, sis? That's the old DA right there. But wait a minute. Did you catch what he said, Ephraim? You heard what she said?
Yeah.
What'd she say? I'm gonna show you how crazy it is. What did she say?
Basically, let me see, the recall committee, man, really got me in my head thinking.
Right? See, they don't want you to think, it's to make you think. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So she said in the home rule charter.
Right.
Let's go back to this one more time. So how many of y'all have the home rule charter?
Lied to the people of Philadelphia. When he ran, his major part of his platform was that he would keep the taxes down. That almost immediately upon his election, he announced there were $80 million in deficit.
In my opinion, and I have the right to express my opinion, they represent a radical element that I've been fighting against all my life. There's no doubt in my mind that I'll cream him if I run for another election.
A bunch of people who didn't like him anyway decided we're going to raise a recall petition because it's provided for in the city charter. And it was not looking too terribly good for the mayor.
The Rizzo administration files lawsuits, arguing that the recall provision in the city's charter is unconstitutional. The case goes to the state Supreme Court, which...
Wait a minute, white supremacy. I told y'all we got a state Supreme Court, a U.S. Supreme Court. Remember I told you that when Tariq Nasheed said you can't have two Supremes? Remember Tariq Nasheed said that? Y'all ran with that? You have Supremes, right? So that means that someone else is supreme over that particular person. So when Tariq says stuff to y'all because of ignorance, that there is You can't have two supremes. That don't make sense. So if you have white supremacy, you have to have black supremacy. That means that someone has power over someone else, even if you look the same. But bear with me. So she said the charter, right? So let me ask y'all a question. How many of y'all, bear with me, how many of y'all actually have the home rule charter of your city? I'm asking. The home rule charters of the city is basically like the constitution of the city. Now I'm gonna do a class on this. Y'all better email me if y'all want to join my classes, because I'm gonna do a class on this. But then after I finish this, I'm gonna move forward into this whole religious thing. Okay, so let me show y'all what it is. All right, y'all keep talking about police force, right? Just think about it. Y'all keep talking about the police force. I ain't even talking about that. I said the charter. This is what you should be asking me about. This is me inside the law library. You see the home rule charter? Oh, that's the bankruptcy joint too. This is how I get down when I'm in the law library. This is the home rule charter. In some places, they call Dillon's rules. Dillon is like for the villages. Dillon. But every city has a home rule charter, which is sitting right there. This is me inside Jenkins Law Library. I'm not getting $50,000 or $5,000 an hour to show you what I'm showing you, but this is definitely me inside the law library with the home rule charter. But if you read the home rule charter, right, it will tell you the power of the police, the power of the city, the power of the mayor, all of them. But see, nobody wants to deal with this because you know what? It's responsibility time. Oh, I'm going to have to be responsible because I don't want to be responsible. I just want to vote somebody in. I want to run for politics. But if you listen to what they were saying, the charter, that's why they can do the recall. Let me show you a little bit more. The recall. So why don't you go be an attorney? I can't be an attorney. I have to be corrupt to be an attorney. Or they're going to find something on Brother Sabir just to try to get him out of this mug. I'm just being a buck. So I'm going to show you. This is mine. If you look at it, that's my couch right there, for the record. That's mine. That you can actually go buy these motherfuckers now. Like, I bought this years ago. Everybody on this feed should have this book, the Home Rule Charter. But let me move a little further. Oh, Brother Jamal said he got his. So let me ask y'all this question. How many people on this feed has this city Home Rule Charter? But y'all know politics, right? No wonder they could bring in rappers to influence you because you don't want to read anything. That's what the sister was saying. We don't read. Even if you were a grown adult, we don't know how to read. Because if you understood that, you wouldn't be calling it white supremacy. No, it's not white supremacy. So let me help y'all out. This is me inside the law library. You see those two? 2020, 2016. This is every city has the home rule charter. This is me inside the law library. That's my phone. That's my computer. And this is what I do when I sit inside these law libraries. I go through these books as if I'm getting paid, but I don't get paid for this, but I go through these things. So imagine if we really, really backed real people. And this is why I don't go out my way anymore. For what? I gave you enough. Ephraim, I gave him enough of my time, but I got stuff. Right? So bear with me. Why somebody say it's apartheid? Why somebody saying it's apartheid? What apartheid got to do with this conversation? What apartheid got to do with this, Brother Ephraim? Hold up. Let me show y'all something. I'm gonna give you a little bit more. Every last one of those books you see right there is what I was sitting there reading. All of those books that you see me with, that book, right? Those books is what you see me going through, each and every last one of them. But you can't tell black people stuff like this because you know why? They don't want to read. We don't want to read, Brother Ephraim. All of these books, I had to put these back. Jurisprudence, science of law, bankruptcy cases, uniform commercial codes, United States codes, Oklahoma, New Jersey motor vehicle law, Pennsylvania motor vehicle law, Bouvier's law dictionary. This is all the books I had. But we can't tell our people that because you know what, Sabir is supposed to do this for free. Even the book on the end, which is the Admiralty law, which is Admiralty Maritime, there's volumes to these books. Admiralty Maritime laws. But this type of conversation we don't want. This is actually called the spirit of Jewish law. This is in the oldest library in the United States. This is Jenkins Law Library in Philadelphia. Proof of facts. So all of these subjects, brother, I can tear through all of these things with my eyes closed shut. The problem that we have, Ephraim, honestly, bro, and y'all should be flooding this show or sharing the show. We should be having this type of conversation, not because a person went to Howard or Spelman. Nah, Negro, they got those Negroes already trapped, and they're going to regurgitate exactly what they were being taught. This is what my sister was saying, and I don't know what happened to her, but this is what she was talking about. This is what she was explaining. Anybody, I told you, I'm gonna take all of my stuff. Oh, brother, I got a book on that too. Victims of mentality. I got a book on that too. So this is what is happening to our people. So this is what is going on with our people. We are so caught up in this prestige of what position this person has or how many likes that I paid for. I got a blue check. I pay $15 a month for my check. And everybody should come on over and follow me because I'm smart. Nah. So listen, if anybody felt offended about what I said, please hit the link. It's right there. I just told you, go get the home rule charter, B. Listen, I'm so open for this, right? We should be flooding ourselves with knowledge because with knowing anything is we perish. You ain't never lying about that, but all this stuff that going on social media, I wish my sister would come back on. This is what she was saying. It's so many people on social media with nonsense. This is why it's not an arrogancy. And then I will knock them out the box, Ephraim, hands down. And they have to duck everything that I'm saying because they don't want to be responsible. This is a hell of a responsibility, people, to carry. This is a hell of a responsibility to be carrying on your shoulders with no pay. I have to keep saying that, with no pay. So obviously, if it was about money, if it was really about money, what I would be doing is saying, I'm not going to tell y'all nothing. But what I am going to do, Ephraim, I am going to do my classes on Zoom. So y'all better email me. Y'all better sign up to my email when I come on these feeds and say, yo, the class is great pop. Y'all better have y'all ducats together. All my classes going to be, it should be more than that. All the classes, I don't care if it's Q&A, it's going to be $125. Okay, point blank period, before the prices go up. If you say, oh, brother, that's too much money, you go spend that much money in the mother freaking basketball game and you ain't getting nothing out of it. Okay, so listen, I cleared that up. If you want to join my classes, if you want my old classes, I do have classes also. You can email me for any kind of lecture, whatever it is. My email is right there. So what we're going to do, Ephraim, is switch up. Switch up. My sister says support this channel. Yes, y'all, please support the channel. And Sanetta, I know you watching, brother. So now I'm going to talk about you. Let's go. Cause still the king.
Frank Ocean made this record hot. Yeah, he sounded better than Jay. Real talk, I ain't throwing shots.
Run that back.
Here I come, ready or not. Frank Ocean made this record hot. Yeah, he sounded better than Jay. Real talk, I ain't throwing shots. Certain things I shouldn't. Come on, let's go. Ready or not. Frank Ocean made this record hot. Yeah, he sounded better than Jay. Real talk, I ain't throwing shots. Certain things I shouldn't say.
Listen.
Stick and bring me to a stop. What other doors could be closed? Can't already locked. You don't mind being soldiers. You should climb to the top. Careful who you need to tell it. Cause it's a very long drop. It's a very long drop. It's a very long drop. Money finna come to a halt. There's the new world order shifting now as I talk. World leaders at the NATO summit signing it off. Mine down a couple thousand years ago on the cross. Had some rainy day money locked away in the vault. Somebody told me salvation couldn't keep on. Christ never came my Lord and Savior as a result. I moved mountains with the faith the size of grains of salt. Look at all this paper, I can pay whatever it costs. On my way to heaven, who would ever have thought? Reminisce on the all the people we lost. Then No time before tragedy, they knew that it was false. Had us call it the deception of who was at fault. And this record player built to who was false. 25 years before I never heard of the cross. If this was 1993, that piece of murder was sauce. My homie said his uncle told him all the murders he caught. The third, the more he heard him talk, but it was all he was taught. Stores still don't show us love after all we done bought. I reached my pinnacle with the subliminal insults. I'm not a criminal, nor do I understand that talk. So why you speaking in the language that distort my thoughts? To him that's killing you. So before I catch in a thought or give a sense to you, out the doors I walk, but I remember you and pray my heart absorbs no frost like I December's doing. Pray to God that yours defrost like when the winter's through. This is what my even hot enough without to start forming frost. Fitted shoes that I'm surely gon' floss and walk around on pinch toe like I don't normally walk. Cause I paid 150 more than what they normally cost. Cause I got mine a whole 2 weeks for yours can even be bought. Knowing my rent is due and I'm 200 short, so I've lost. It's hard enough, I gotta tell this landlord that I'm sharp. You know, like tennis do, but bothered even more cause I'm lost. Knowing I know the truth, but eating from the fork of the false. Just like a sinner do, it seems as if the more of the sauce I put up in the stew, the more I get, the more the bit off. The more I tend to chew, the more I see myself with no pulse. And bomb the chemicals, cause death is the result of it all. Lord, I repent to you for every single thing that I talk, that I pretend to do, that clearly never showed in my walk, that I resembled you, but hinted who was supposed to have been taught, so that they can improve, present the news, and more can exalt, so they can know the truth. And I'ma add to the cloth, spiritually ridiculed, because I carry the cross. It's funny how you people run up to me trying to insult, asking if I do gospel music as if I'm the one off. Do not confuse it, I'ma speak the gospel on cause I walk, but put no title on my music, no whatever I talk. It's not diluted, therapeutic, about to fix my exhaust, and try to church on Sunday morning in my favorite cost. Human beings in the mob, with the mob to a king, king to my God, my God to a non-believer that don't believe in anything.
Still a king, baby. Shout out to Gemstones. Why do people say stuff like that? Hold up. Let me tell you how crazy this is, how good I am, Ephraim. Somebody said there's no home rule charter in Chicago. You want to see? Do that say home rule charter? Yes, it is. Rule charter, Chicago, Illinois. There it is. Don't act like it's not there. Keep trying to tell y'all. It depends on what you're looking for, homie. I should be getting the big bucks, huh? I should be getting the big bucks. Somebody said, you coming to Oakland? Yeah, sure. If somebody got a payday, make it happen, Captain. I'm in LA. Damn, that just rhymed. Payday, LA. Damn. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, I'm in yeah, make it happen, Captain. In San Diego, our charter is online. All of the charters online now. But the crazy part, how many of y'all knew that? So in order for you to empower you, you have to have those books and go through the motherfucking books. And then you can put all your politicians in check, or you can recall them. If not, we should have a class in San Diego. We should have a class in Oakland. I keep trying to tell people this, sister, over and over and over. Set up the classes. I'm fine. I can come. I'm not just going to be willy-nilly just coming to places because stuff costs when you go to places. Like
every piece of land has a charter because it was established that the land had to be taken, right? So when you think about charters, they had to charter things to I would say redo or reestablish. Like people were already here. They had their own systems in place. When these people came over here, it was a whole transaction put in place. So every piece of land here has its own charter. That's why it's broken states. Like it's its own country in itself.
But you know the funny part is, I'm gonna do a class on this because if you really see, for me to just say it on here like that, like you really got to understand how this is broken down. That's why I said I might do the Zoom class on that to break everything. And if you ever
the classes, pay for it.
No, but if people really got this system, I'm gonna be real with you. If they really got my overstanding of the language of law I did in 2001, let me show you something. This right here. If everybody purchased this will help them out a lot too. Can't make this up. If they really got this, I did this in 2001, right? If they got this, every part is broken down. Look, can't make this up.
I'm studying Georgia's education laws now, along with their laws, and it's a lot.
You see what it says, the city, like this is actually a video.
Homeroom charter for your city council, legislative.
You follow me? How many times I got to keep telling people this? I did it already in 2001. This is actually
this is a really nice blueprint for those who don't know where to start. Severe gives great information to where to start. He gives books that don't have to. Some of his books are a hard read if your comprehension level is not. No, serious. Like you
I know.
gotta put up your word language skills, but it's a good practice, even if you don't understand it. Severe. I mean, if you reach out to him and you say, "Hey, I'm reading this book. I kind of don't understand this part of this part." He'll break it down. He'll give you the.
And I'll sit with you and I explain it to you. This is the thing about it. Like, I really would. Let me show them how this video is. Give me 1 second. This is the video. That's my son. This is the video that you would get the overstanding language on. That's my son Amir. You see what's on my neck, right? This is in 2001. Well, let me move this up here. This is in 2001. Bear with me. Let me move this out the way. I'm gonna take this banner down so you can see. You see what's on my neck? That's 2001. 2001, Ephraim. This is from the Overstanding the Language of Law video. And I actually break all this stuff down. This was a VHS, mind you. But let me show you. That's my son Amir. This is my son Amir a year before he was killed. Give me 1 second. This is him a year before he was physically taken away. Give me 1 second. Let me show you the video. Now, that was him when he was 5 years old. But this is him when he was right here. That was a year before he was killed. Right there. In Philadelphia. In Philly. But this is the thing, like, even it was trying to get him to understand this when he was around me all his life to see what was going on. Right? Elijah Muhammad said we already navigated after the moon was made and changed the calendars because of the people who Jacob made. Listen, y'all talking religion. So if you're religious person, come on the feed too. But this is the thing, like people who, honestly, sister, who know this law are holding these things in from people straight up. So let me explain to my late comers that come on the feed. Islam only means peace. Islam means peace. Okay, so Islam means peace, right? But we was always spiritual beings, right? So let me show you something, a book that Karen brought back from overseas at one time. Sufism, Negro, Spanish. So it was a spiritual thing. So when people talk about Islam with black people, we ignore everything else but the black part. This is the weird part. We ignore everything. We don't even sit here and say, well, brother, you know what, you kind of right. Ain't nobody black. But these niggas gonna sit up here and say the ancient black gods of Egypt, when Egypt is not even black. Egypt is not black, but none of your black conscious people, if you want to come on the feed, want to talk about El Fasad. How many times I pulled this book up, brother Ephraim, and my sister? How many times?
I can't even count. I could read the word without no problem. Like
El Fasad. Which one of them? Have you ever heard Sanetta or any of his squad or anybody in the Nation of Islam talk about El Fasad?
Not none of them. 19, 15. What's the other ones? Bill, Dan, Sam. Nobody.
None of them.
It's okay. Like they just got to come to an understanding that everybody has a place. That is true. But you have a responsibility once you know a certain level of information to not misguide people and to not commercialize this information for your own doings. That's ridiculous. And that's what I see. I even see the celebrities, what we call celebrities, excuse me. They're doing it now. They're coming on here talking about the trees blow east up north through the western wood forest. Like, just stop it, man. Just stop it, man.
Girl, I'm gonna get you. Stop, sis.
Like, I just sit back and be like, what is going on, man?
Yo, this is weird. So this was in 642. 642. But you, brother, it wasn't. No, this is what they said. Oh, it wasn't all Egypt, brother. But you still haven't heard nobody talk about El Fasad.
You still haven't heard anybody talk about black in Egypt either. People that's over there don't even use that word.
What language do they even speak in Egypt? This is the weird part. Like, let's think about this for 1 second. But we get mad if it ain't. No, not everybody. Listen, they talk about hieroglyphs and metaneter, and this is what these black people talk about. But this is the weird part. I sit back and really try to figure it out. I really want to talk to the pro-black people because this is weird, right? We sit up here and this is why you talk about earlier about the reading part. They can't read.
Yeah, they can't. Sabir. No, I'm being serious. People cannot read. The literacy is a major, major problem. Reading is something you have to practice, like riding a bike. You're not born to read, people. That is a skill. That is something that you have to acquire over time through practice. It's teaching your mind to decode symbols. So when Sabir is showing you books, he's showing you a range of what they call in education Lexile levels. Sabir's Lexile
repeat that again. What is it called?
Lexile level.
Oh, okay.
So Sabir's Lexile level is on what would be on a higher end for someone that reads to read versus someone that doesn't read to read. This is not about semantics or he thinks he's better. This is really about education. And what does education require? It requires you to have a certain level of decoding skills and comprehension, because you will believe anything. You will first see firsthand the first thing and say, "Yep, that's it. We figure we solved the problem." Like, that's kindergarten thinking. It's very much more complex than that.
And that's the bad part about this. And it's like I'm talking to the conscious people. I'm not talking to the unconscious people. I'm talking to the people who's educators, the people that claim to be scholars and teachers. They are doing y'all dirty. I told you, I was with KRS-One, and KRS-One said this about the click thing. What we have in this, what you call conscious community, is click. Oh, he's not talking slavery. He's not talking white supremacy. Nobody wants to have this conversation about we're not black people. That's the conversation they don't want to have. Oh, they skipped over everything about Islam. They went to religion, and still, after this whole hour, sister, they still haven't defined what is a black person, what is a white person, what is a yellow person.
Because they don't have consciousness of self. When you really study to read, to learn something, and you're studying what Christianity is, what Islam, you will understand that it is not a conformity in a box. It is not a religion. It is a lifestyle. That's why Sabir keeps saying this is a lifestyle. Being a Moor has nothing to do with a religion. It is your birthright. When you really understand and study, you learn what nationality means, and you start to understand things on a different level. Religion is separate from Christianity. Religion is separate from Islam, Buddhism. There are stages to this. Consciousness is in a stage-like form. You can go up or down on the scale.
This is the crazy part, sister. And let me explain something to y'all. She's actually a school teacher, y'all, for the record. I'm not making this up, but somebody said reading is not the problem, it's comprehension.
Reading comes first because they got to know how to decode to comprehend it, though.
Right.
Like, you can have people that have good comprehension skills at certain things, but when you're really talking about how do you critically think, right? How do we solve problems? Sabir is trying to teach people how to solve problems. But if they're not able to decode the things around it, really solve the problems that they're having, that's why you have to have certain people in certain places. To study to be a doctor or to be a nurse, you have to understand the language, the culture.
Yeah, that is true. Well, I'm trying to find something, sister. Give me 1 minute. I'm trying to pull something up for y'all. Damn, this is not even it. It was an unknown Arab book, right? And it was talking about how black, brown, all these terms did not mean what they mean today back then. Those terminologies did not mean what they meant back then. So who created them? Now, some of these Moors going to say it was Johann Blumenbach and them. They the ones that did it. Listen, there was no color barons back then, B. It wasn't none of that. You got to study the history, man. So a slave was a slave. It didn't matter what color you were. But give me 1 second. I'm trying to pull this up because I was talking to Brother Medib. I was talking to Medib, and Medib said that the people who accepted Islam were slaves, right? The oppressed people. Do you know that's how hip hop even got started?
I can believe that.
We was oppressed. It's the same thing. That's how hip hop got started.
That's how most things occur, right? Because you subjected to get very critical and analyze your situation to come out of it. You start to problem solve. You have to think.
Oh, it's a book called The Introduction to Critical Thinking, right? It's a book. It's called Art. No, the book is called The Art of Deception. That's the name of the book. The Art of Deception, Critical Thinking, right? This is how it started. It wasn't by the sword. And I had this conversation with Brother Medib, and he said, no, but people keep saying it was by the sword. That's what the conquerors say. They told y'all that. So if it was done by the sword, right? Why didn't people leave Islam once they came into Islam? Think about it. Why didn't they leave Islam if it was done by the sword? Think about it. So it was oppressed people that accepted it and stayed with it. This is what people don't understand. And this is why these shows with Sinettas and them, and I'll be laughing. I'll be like, come on, brother, this is a joke, fam. And we keep selling this to our people. So if I'm wrong about anything, please bring the Sinettas to the squad.
But they have to understand that it all comes and is curated through you. You are the master of curation within yourself. So depending on what level you're in, it's really stages to this, man.
It's stages.
It's
levels to this. And the reason why people go to these other pages and why they sit there, because it's like Malcolm said, it's a feel good thing. We want to feel good. We don't want to argue nothing. We want to point the finger and say it was the white man that did it.
Because it's easier.
It's easy to point fingers at somebody. Like Adam blamed Eve. Adam wanted the booty, right? So he blamed, he blamed God.
Hey.
Said, you gave her to me. You gave it to me. This is what is happening with our people.
Yeah.
We don't, and again, this sister's a school teacher. I'm not making this up. You have grown people that can't even comprehend that they're not black people.
They can't read.
Okay, so hold on. If Jay got some proof, listen, I'm gonna give Jay an opportunity to come on his feed with his proof. I'm gonna put my link up here. I'm gonna take a quick break, and I want Jay to come on my feed. I want you to come with the feed with some proof, okay? And if you can't answer, you can.
It's like the AP classes compared to the classes that's for remedial, right? Not saying Sabir can't teach remedial classes, but I think the problem is you have a lot of people that are in a remedial state.
Hey, I'm going to give them time though, sister. But this is what we're going to do right now. We're going to open up the lines for them. They can come on the feed. So bring it if you believe that's what you believe. Hit the link, and we're going to take it because Nick was on my feed. Be out for fame. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Share the link. Let's go.
All graffiti artists hold tight.
Let's go. Let's go.
I got 25 cans in my knapsack, busting out the wig back, putting up my name where the back got. Suckers that want to be in my face, I just slapped. Big respect to artifacts, Fat Joe, Crackhead, Mac again, Bio and Grim, come again with PG 183. Recognize me with the man.
Y'all got time, let's go.
Laugh if you wanna. I don't really care if you ain't, cause you don't know me. See, and I don't know you, but I do know Coke too. War too. It's the underground community of what we call riders. Worldwide burners getting hotter, getting brighter. What up, Nicer? What up, Nicer? What up, Chino? Master Ace in the place with the bass.
Hey, Jerome, I'm gonna give him the opportunity, brother.
My man saw taught me how to draw in the yards of the pop train in the pool. So when I'm on tour, I represent the hardcore. I'm tagging up your black book, sure. I'm out for fame.
Look at the graffiti on the wall. On the wall.
When I was growing up, I had no butcher baker, candlestick maker. I had rubbing alcohol and carbon paper. Yeah, carbon paper and a black water racer. Got me chasing the bus yards or reading in next.
Here it comes.
Because people be dissing. The first graffiti artists in the world would be Egyptians. Writing on the walls, mixing alcohol and carbon paper.
One more time.
Yeah, carbon paper and a water racer. Got me chasing the bus yards or reading in next. Historically speaking, because people be dissing. The first graffiti artists in the world would be Egyptians, writing on the walls, mixing characters with letters to tell the graphic story about their life. However, today we do the same thing with how we rap and draw. We call it hardcore, they call it breaking the law. There used to be a time when rap music was illegal. The cops will come and break up every party when they see them. since making money for the corporate is acceptable to flaunt. Everybody's on graffiti is incorporated, so he gets no respect. Hasn't made $1 billion for some corporation yet. So in the name of phase 2, stay high, pretty sweet. Grab your cans and hit the streets. I'm not from bang. My name is graffiti on the wall. Yeah, hip hop culture in the house one time. All graffiti artists in the house one time. Yeah, my name is graffiti on the up the other side. It's here, y'all. Visual, not your video.
Visual, y'all.
I'm living in the city, not a farm. Steady farm until I get fatigue in my arm. Watching for the beast, cause many artists they shot and beat them in the yard while doing it top to bottom. So pass me a can, not a bold gold, but bold blue, sky blue. Watch me unfold with the cold burn up. Of names you might have heard of, like Back Five Freddy, Sam Self. Word to the wire.
We're gonna stop it right there. Sister, maybe I can let my sister answer this question. I'm not sure. Cause I gotta make it run real quick. I'm not sure what we can do. So what you think? I'm gonna tell you mine, and Ethan could probably tell you his, and my sister can probably tell you what we can do. So go ahead, sister, take the floor for a second. I'll be right back. So you see the comment?
Yeah, I'm not sure what we can do when people are rolling with the high school education. Did anyone learn how to learn? Well, the kids in high school, they don't know how to write complete sentences for sure. And we've already looked at the research for that. They are not able to read past 3rd grade, 4th grade level books. So the conversation needs to be on the culture, like Sabir said. It starts with the people. Y'all got to get out here. Your aunts, your uncles, you got to get into these schools. You can't criticize the system unless you have a different plan to replace the system that's already here. But what you can do is go into these schools, volunteer. You can go into these schools and start saying, hey, I want to speak to the children. What's y'all hours? How can I set some programs up with the children? That's what I'm working on down here in Georgia. Because Mississippi and Alabama, they have found out that if we have enough support from our people, our public schools can do way more than what we have been expecting them to do. So Mississippi was able to increase their 3rd grade children's reading level just by having people come work with the children, just by getting parents to understand that school starts at home. You have to make it, you got to take the tablets away. You got to take the phones away. You got to let the kids have real life experiences so that their brains can process. It has to be a need, not a want. You need them to know how to do these things so that they can survive. Because a lot of things are being replaced by technology. Technology is not a bad thing, but you can't become reliable on it. And that's what's happening. That's why children are not reading and writing anymore. They can go to Alexa and Siri. They can use Chat GPT. You know, it's Kindles out here that reads to children. But to have a skill on your own when all of that goes away is very important. So getting to these school board meetings is another thing. They have school board meetings every month within your city, district, county. If you're a parent with children that's in these schools, they're overworking y'all so y'all don't go to these school board meetings.
Wow.
So they can pass certain things. That's what Sabir said. Sabir is trying to say you got to go to these events where they're passing these laws on the state level, on the city level, because they know that the people are not going to say anything.
You know what's funny? And you said about the technology, right? And you know, shout out to Percy. Percy is a brother that went overseas with me. He said he's fighting. He went to he go to his daughter's school meetings, right? And he was like bringing this stuff, but these people are fighting against him. The condition is real. This is what Frantz Fanon said, that the oppressor will oppress the oppressed until the oppressed eventually oppresses themselves. And when Percy be telling me these stories for him coming to these meetings, right? And he's conscious, he's aware of who we are, what's going on. He know this, right? And it's not something that he read, it's things that he read and experienced and seeing. So when he's telling, I hope he's watching this, can come on the feed for a minute, because it was funny. The stories he be telling me when he come from the meetings with his children is hilarious, dude. Like his daughter and how he's fighting them. the programming is so deep, sis. Is so deep. Can I show you?
That's why it's gonna take more than one person. That's why Sabir's like, it's gonna take all of us.
See, this is the thing. Let me explain these people. Can I show you the proof? Are you are a Quran or only Muslim, or do you also accept hadiths? This is the crazy part. Let me explain this to y'all. I'm not making this a religious thing or whatever, but I don't follow hadith. This is just me. See, this is the difference that people don't understand what a hadith is. So that's what the prophet did. Peace be upon him. The thing about it, though, I'm a spiritual being. So people keep asking me these questions, right? So you won't see me with a hadith, but you will see me with this. So this is the problem with most people, because they don't understand it. So it's like, do you follow sports? See, this is the thing about people. It's the same thing. If you watch, I'm gonna make a hadith to this day, right? Your famous rapper, your famous celebrity, right? We all try to look like them. That's mimicking what the actors did. So I can call that a hadith. You're mimicking everything that they do. If you notice, you're mimicking. It's the same thing. Right?
Why even try to weaponize the language like that?
That's what I'm saying. It's crazy.
Just allow Sabir to live in his freedom. It should be based on freedom.
I'm free. I ain't nobody's property. And this is why we have this problem, sister, because it's people like Sinetta them shows and these black shows. And I keep telling I've been on for an hour and 14 minutes, 16 minutes. I told them to come on and come. I keep playing music purposely so they can come over to the feed. Literally. They ain't got to keep typing. That's all they got to do is come on the feed. Be a man and talk to me. You're mimicking religious. No, I don't mimic religion. So let me explain to you one more time. Religion means I know you're probably late, but if you want to come on here too, Nicholas, you can come on the feed. So anything that you do it religiously. Like I come on here every day, it's religion. But if you understood what religion is, if like the sister said, if you understood language, religion only means to realign yourself, re-allegiance, reopen, repair, respect. Means to do again. It's not semantics, no pun.
But they're trying to treat it like what came first, the chicken or the egg? Like religion.
Who they think they watching another show or something?
You know, like it's not the chicken who came first or the egg. Like it's not based off of that. Religion is a man-made concept. We're having a human experience.
It really is.
When we get here, we conceptualize things. We put things in spaces and places. That's a human experience.
Yeah.
But this is the crazy part. This is religion. This is like this is really history also, for the record. Right now, every last one of us on this feed, we're making history. What do you mean by that, Sabir? I don't understand that. What do you mean? Because 20 years from now, you're going to look back at this video when you're older, your children older, my children going to look back and say, well, damn, that was my father. This is history. Everything is history. What you're making. Every day you wake up, you're making history. And see, this is why we get caught up in these words. Everybody on his feet is a celebrity. Because you know why? You celebrate. Everybody, y'all, this is the weird part about me. When I sit back and I watch people, honestly, they say you should worship no idols, but they got TV shows called American Idols. Make it make sense.
Okay.
You idolize celebrities.
Find that in the religious places. Like,
you follow me? Isn't that what the title about? See how people come on this feed late? God damn. You see how this is? You see how people come on the feed late instead of shut up and be quiet or come on the feed and talk to me? They come on the feed mad late. Y'all need to be hip, or y'all need to get into technology. Let's go, y'all. Come on, we're gonna give them some time. Come on the feed for a minute. Hit the link and come on the feed and talk to Sabir. Let's go. Hit the link. Come on. Hit the link.
Gather around right now. The session ain't over. Salam Saeed, provide the beat.
Hit the link. Right there.
I think this is two. Gather around.
Gather around. Come on, y'all. Let's go.
You don't need to be stressing. You don't need to be guessing. The Obama deception, that was just one lesson. The military got all kind of weapons, and most of them are from different directions. You looking for the same look. You protesting guns, but you using it Facebook. Oh, you don't get it? The military got all kind of weapons, and most of them are from different directions. You looking for the same look. You protesting guns, but you using a Facebook. Oh, you don't get it yet? The American military got the internet. You using military tools, and if you use these tools in school, you're in military school. Don't be fooled, man. Don't you realize this humanity lose? It's not about what's outside of me. The question is, what can you do without the use of technology? Can you sing? Can you run? Can you weave? Can you drum? Can you dance? Can you perceive? What do you believe? Do you believe your world is ended on 2012 and Christmas Eve? Mind over matter, matter over mind. Where's the ladder? Either way, we gon' fly. I ain't finished yet, my skills ain't diminished yet. I'm that MC that shows you how ill it get. Open your eye, tell me if you feel it yet. I hope you're alive. Did they steal it yet? Well, if they didn't, to you this was written. Get off the block before the clock starts spitting.
What would you do without technology?
That's the true question.
Oh, yeah, that was another KRS-One track for the record. So let me show y'all. If it wasn't for Islam, you wouldn't have these inventions. Y'all can Google this. Bear with me 1 second. Let's go. Algebra, hospitals, optics. I can get into this too, sister. I got a story behind him also. Coffee, surgery instruments, toothpaste, toothbrush, universities. Oh, we're going to explain all this to y'all, okay? Let's see if we can break this down to the very last compound. Flying machines. Did y'all know about that? How many of y'all knew about that? See, this is how you educate people, sis. They have to hide this from black people. So how many of y'all knew about the flying machine? How many of y'all knew about that? He said you're gonna make Islam haters upset.
Yeah.
I'm here to make them upset. Bring it to the motherfucking cipher. So let me show you something. Y'all ready? Let me show you how crazy this is. Bear with me. They don't teach this in school, do they? Give me 1 second. Give me 1 minute. Let me know if they teach this in school. Let's go here for 1 second. How many of y'all knew? Give me 1 second. Let's pull it up. I like to show the proof, right? How many of y'all knew it was a Moor that was flying? Named Abbas ibn Firnas. Did y'all know that? We're going to walk y'all through a little bit of history real fast, okay? So this is in a bookstore. This is in Barnes & Nobles. I'm going to blow this up. Can you see this, sis? Can you see this, Brother Ephraim? The prehistory of flight?
Very clear.
I want y'all to read the title on this one. Let me move this out the way. Do you see where it says right here, where it says the human being? Look, the Moor. Oh, wait a minute. By the learned Moor. I don't think you're going to learn this. And guess where you can buy it? I'm going to show you the book where you can find this at if y'all don't mind. How many of y'all knew that? Every time you get on a plane, understand aviation. Every time. You think they want to have this conversation? So, how many of y'all knew about Abbas ibn Firnas?
Only from here.
Now, I'm going to show you where you can buy the book at. They don't even have it no more. But I was if I didn't know anything about the Moors, I wouldn't know anything about this. So y'all see it firsthand. This is not Sabir Bey, but let me show y'all something. You see it? The learned Moor, Abbas ibn Firnas. Pay attention to the name, okay? Hold up. Let's show you a little bit more. Give me 1 second. Let me show you the book, okay? Let's show you the book. where you can actually, y'all can go purchase the book. If you can find the book, you can actually go buy it. And you ain't got to take my word for it, but let me just show you the book that you can go to Barnes and Nobles and buy the book. It's right there, sis. That's the book that you can go buy it.
Does that say Smithsonian at the top?
Oh, yes, it does.
Okay, now.
Oh yeah, this is in Bar. See, when you're woke. Now let me ask y'all: do they teach this in school? But it was, oh brother, he wasn't one of us. Hold up, wait a minute. Let me show you. Let me show you what researchers do. You ready? Bear with me. So every time you get on a plane, remember that name, Abbas ibn Firnas. Okay, Abbas ibn Firnas, the Muslim that flew. So let me take you here, sis, for 1 second. I'm going to walk you just through a little bit of history about Muslims, okay? Let's go here. Now they said we was flying, right? So this is Abbas ibn Firnas. This is not necessarily the bridge that he jumped off of. They remade this. This is in Cordoba, Spain. Do you see his name in the brown? Ibn Firnas 370.
Yep.
Ibn Firnas, right? So this is not Photoshop. That's me in Cordoba. So this is the bridge. When you read up on Abbas ibn Firnas, this is the area that he jumped off the bridge at 60-something years old. So these are the things that you empower. And this is why when people come to the United States, they know more about history than you can't even imagine. Like they know, but they have to dumb it down for people here because they can't tell people this. So there goes his plaque right there. I'm gonna show you the plaque. That's him. That's this where we was at, right? So bear with me. Now, there it is right there. Abbas ibn Firnas. So look him up. The more. Wait a minute. Let's go a little further. Let's show a little bit more, sis. Watch this. Now, I'm going to show you the plaque where we was, listen, we was trying to find our damnedest trying to find his plaque. And we was there twice. But when we got in the cab driver didn't even know where the hell we was going at. They didn't even know. They didn't know. So when you look him up, they got a plaque right there. This is the bridge. That's his plaque right there. This is the bridge. So how many of y'all knew about Abbas ibn Firnas? So let me show you the crazy part, how they put stuff right in front of our faces. That's it right there. This again, this is in Cordoba, Spain. Cordoba. So you want to know what Muslims did? Oh, brother, you worrying about religion? Nah, understand the.
I was just about to say that. I was just about to connect that. Like, if you studying the religion and you don't even know the very people, what is happening?
Hey, it's the black conscious people. You got to blame them. But let me show you something else. Here, let me show. This is the kicker right here, though, sis. Do you know they have a crater in space? Y'all can look it up, called Abbas ibn Firnas. A crater. But they have also a Maybach named Abbas. Oh my God. Which one of them are telling you this? Abbas ibn Firnas Maybach. How many of these rappers drive this car? Abbas ibn Firnas. The more. But they would never tell y'all that because we can't educate these black people. Oh no. Because we were slaves, family. So let's go forward. That's Abbas ibn Firnas. This is the Maybach. Oh, that's hurt. Is it making sense yet, y'all? That how this stuff come from Islam? Hold up. Oh, look up the crater, baby. Let's go back. Let me see what else we can pull up on this feed. Give me 1 second. You want to see another invention? Let's go to, you can go to surgery. You want to go to surgery? Let me show y'all something else. You ready? You want to go to surgery? How many of y'all know this? Avicenna. But his name, I'm gonna give you his real name. Give me 1 second. And you can look this book up too. Avicenna. Okay? I want you to look his name up and tell me. That's a Latin name. But let me give you his name. Please Google Ibn Sina. Whatever if you got a problem with me, I keep trying to tell y'all, the line is open for any of y'all. If you believe that you got something, hit that link and come on the feed with some facts. So Ibn Sina, or Avicenna, which they changed his name, the father of medicine, modern medicine. Go look him up. Every doctor knows him. Every doctor knows him. Please go look him up. I'm gonna give you another one. Am I making sense, y'all? I mean, I don't think y'all being taught this in school, but you should be, because everything that you're using, basically almost all the stuff that you're using, yeah, come out of Islam. Okay?
No, they too busy stuffing the same.
I'm already listen, people keep saying I will get into the title subject. I am talking about it. It's not the way that you want me to talk about it. It's a catchphrase, people. I just explained the whole religious part. What do y'all want? I don't talk religion. This is, listen, let me explain this to y'all. This is to get you over here because y'all are so gullible. If I said something about what I'm saying, you would say, I don't want to hear that. So that title is to get you over here so you can get educated. Y'all don't get it? So if I sat up here and talked about law, y'all wouldn't want it until you get in trouble. Then you want a microwave way out of it. I just already touched on religion. I believe I did I? I believe I touched on religion, right? I believe I said that there's no black people, right? I did explain that, right? There is no black people. Islam is a way of life. I'm already educating you. If you can't comprehend, I got a school teacher in it too. If I'm wrong, I'm not a school teacher. But if you can't comprehend or understand what I just said is basically is basic. Damn. You see how I said teaching is harder than learning? So let's move forward.
It is, because when the person says, okay, then educate me, he's giving you the full scope of
giving this
that Islam is not just based on a religious stamp.
It's not.
It was a lifestyle. These people, that's why he Googled. He's showing you.
This is hard dealing with our people. So I'm gonna give it to you some more, okay? How many people know who this man is right here? Anybody know who this man is? Ibn al-Battar. Anybody know who this man is? They think, see, this is the problem with most of these people that's on social media. They believe that Islam is just a religion. We're just gonna bump our heads and keep on pushing and keep making it work. I'm gonna just bump my head and I'm gonna keep, yeah, brother. But there's the people that run around here with the skirts on and dashiki. No, nigga, no. It's deeper than this, people. How many people know who this man is? Ibn al-Battar. Y'all better hurry up because I'm at an hour and a half in this. I don't need to be on here for like another 10 hours, people. Ibn al-Battar. How many people heard of him? I'm walking you through the history because y'all just think it's about bumping your head. If you keep typing J Boogie instead of coming on the feed, you got a problem, brother. Because I'm saying you can come on the feed. I didn't even mention the Quran. Have I mentioned anything about the Quran? Did I mention anything about a Quran? This is the problem. Any of your black scholars keep trying to tell you, I'm going to destroy their whole platform with this. I'm not trying to be arrogant about it. I'm just being real with you. Because this is the problem that we have, sister.
That's what I'm saying. That they're stuck at a certain level of overstanding. The comprehension is not there.
It's not there. And this is what they push on Sanet and them shows.
They do.
They
push it. They do. And they push it to the point where now that is pretty much the bread and butter. That's like being at a glass ceiling.
Listen, Karen said the same thing. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna start talking about religion from now on, people, and black people. We're black people, and I'm gonna talk about religion. I think that's.
And people don't understand that you can't take that anywhere with you.
Damn, Karen said the same. She almost said similar to the same damn thing. But what can we do with that? It's crazy.
Because for you to say that, it totally makes it's either you're not listening, because he's breaking down these people. These people were not only I don't even think they understand the timeline of what you're speaking on.
They don't. And this is the weird part. I just asked how many people know about this man right here. How we are all over everywhere else with Qurans and our personal stuff. And I said,
do they know that that is a published piece of literature?
This is crazy. See, somebody said, yeah, please do. Christ King. Somebody said, do that. Talk about, no, that's maybe y'all gonna sponsor me if I do that. They're stuck at 32. They said they stuck at 32. But listen, I'm gonna ask a question one more time, y'all. How many of y'all ever heard of this man before? Where's my nutrition people at that deal with nutrition? Now I was there, right? Come on. I'm going step by step with this, okay? So y'all can get this, all right? So let me show you who he is, all right? Ibn al-Battar. And watch somebody do a video after this and talk about it and say, well, let me tell you what it was. But then I can pull up the videos and the photos and show you. He bought the book of medical and nutritional terms. That was him. This is Ibn al. This is how you educate people. This is how you educate people. There he go. Abu Muhammad ibn Abdullah ibn al-Battar. That's him. 1197 to 1248. There he go. So if you want to talk about Muslims and what it was invented, there it is. I'm giving it to you. That's all you got to do is do your due diligence on what I'm saying to you. So I'm bringing everything from the past to the full circle. Full circle. So let's go back to the pen. Let's go back to this one more time about Muslims again, okay? Because it really, give me 1 second. Let's pull this up again. Let's see what else we can pull up. I pulled up the surgical instruments. Oh, this is another one too. I can get into the surgical, but we're running out of time. Let's go to the universities for a minute. So the oldest university in the world is by a woman named Fatima. Not Timbuktu. It's not Timbuktu. The oldest university in the world is by a woman. No, nobody's slighting the students. We would never do that on here, but we will ask you to come on the feed. But the oldest university in the world is by a sister named Fatima. Let me explain. I just showed y'all the first aviator, the first flyers, the medicine. Give me 1 second. Let me go to the oldest university because they keep telling y'all about Timbuktu. Right?
But what does that mean, slight the students?
I don't even know. I wish they would come on here. I don't even know what they're talking about. If you're a student, I would be getting a check from you. That's being sarcastic.
But students study.
But
are you researching what he's saying?
So this is the oldest university in the world. Why are we not talking about this? How many of y'all, how many people in these universities actually teaching this? Which one of them? Is Dr. Greg Carr or any of these people in Morehouse teaching you that the oldest university is by a woman? Fatima? But they tell you everything about Timbuktu, the great gods of Egypt. But I ain't saying nothing wrong with Timbuktu. I just said that's what they keep teaching. I didn't say anything wrong with it at all. I'm not even, but that's the key. But I'm talking to the professors and the teachers. That's what we're talking about. We're talking to the teachers. We're not talking to the people that don't know. So this is the thing. They will try to make you look crazy when you're trying to argue with them. This is the Black conscious people. But share this video to them and let's have this conversation. I had an argument with an elder one time, Baba Femi out here in California, and I told him the oldest university in the world is by a woman, right? He's a Pan-African, and he was saying, well, no, that's not true. I said, well, go look up the dates and the times. He never even heard of the University of Katawin. He never heard of it. The University of Katawin. Let me show you how crazy this is. And I just took Karen, Percy, and Edna there. But let me show you, we just was there almost a month ago. But let me show you something. When you go inside here and you know this history, and I'm going to show y'all her books when I got them when I was in Barcelona. Let me take you inside the university. That's the university right there in Fez. That's me standing outside El Katawin in Fez, Morocco. How many of y'all knew about that, right? But let me show you something. This is El Katawin, the oldest university in the world and still functioning to this day. To this day, it's still functioning, right? but you won't hear none of us talk about it. She's African, right? Oh no, brother, but she's an Arab. She's not one of us. Well, wait a minute. You in Greek schools, my nigga. You in a school that was built by a Greek. But they no, she ain't one of us. But wait a minute. I'm thinking ahead with this, my sis. But let me show you something. Let me take you on the inside. You can look up this university, people, because it's still functioning to this day. This is on the inside. She was from Tunis, but this is the university. It's called El Qarawiyyin. Still functioning to this day. Still functioning. Look, Fatima supported the men and the Sunnah feminist agenda. Doesn't. Oh my God, y'all, this is the university. Y'all should be having conversations on this one right here. So let me show you how deep this thing go. Seriously, let me show you how deep this thing go. I just walk y'all through all of the stuff with us, right? They're Muslims, but they would never had this conversation, right? So let me show you her books. I was in the university and I had to leave my passport at the front desk in Barcelona University. And here is her books right here. Those are her 4 books. That's me in the University of Barcelona. And the crazy part was the language is in Arabic, but it's a different form of dialect, you know. And I would try to get my brother Mahdi to translate it, right? How many of y'all saw those books before? He said Prophet Muhammad was white. Well, come on the feed with your facts. You got some facts. I know it's a fake page, but Dean, come on the feed. Come on. Come to the feed with your facts, okay? I'll give you $1,000 if you can prove it to me. Unless you mean white in status. Unless you means white in status. Hit that link right there. Unless you mean white in status. Hit the link. So this is Fatima's books. So it was crazy because I had to order the books the day before, right? And when I came back to the University of Barcelona, they told me I had to leave my passport at the front desk. So for me to take this information and bring it back to y'all, it's literally unedited, raw. Should appreciate it. So if you're going to make a claim that Prophet Muhammad was white, you should come to the cipher. Or you better go watch my videos before you try me. Or you better go tell these black conscious people. You better go ask these black conscious people about me, okay, homie? It don't work that way. So that's Fatima's books. And guess who else who sat at the University of Qarawiyyin, sis? What up, Key? Guess who else? Let me show you who sat there. Y'all ready? Let me show you who sat there and learned. Give me one second. Bam. Pope Sylvester. Please look him up. Oh my God. What did they say he studied at? Attended El Qarawiyyin. A Pope attended a Muslim university? How many of y'all ever heard of Pope Sylvester?
Pope Sylvester, but I don't think this one. But that doesn't surprise me. I have a question. I haven't been watching very long, but I like these type of topics. And you always bring us information that, you know, we're not going to just get anywhere unless we're looking for this. And even so, I appreciate your travels and your experience. But my question is, I think this is something you probably already noticed, Sabir, but do people notice sometimes the quote unquote black conscious community, that the people that are putting themselves out there as experts, like experts according to who? Like, what have they studied? What have they traveled? Where have they traveled? What have they allowed themselves to be open to criticism by people who are a little more experienced than them, where we should take it that they are the expert on really anything? I mean, they can give us their opinion, but if it's not more than, if they're not substantiating what they're saying, they're not substantiating their, you know, their thoughts, their hypothesis, their ideas, why are we even taking it as more than that, as more than just someone talking about what's on their mind? Why are we looking at them as an expert, as someone who could really tell us something? And the reason I bring this up is because the more I meet people from different places around the world, I recognize the religion is good. It has many things that has brought us in a good way, because there are many denominations of various, even, you know, large, if someone would call something religion or not, right? When you listen to people in the world, you will find that even the that their ancestors followed.
You breaking up real bad, real bad. See if you can.
Oh wow. Okay.
You know,
okay.
Stay in one spot. But go ahead.
I don't know what that is. Hold on one second. Maybe if I come off my
Let me address this too. Also, while you do. Go ahead. You cool? You cool now? Okay. Let me address this issue. Do you see what I'm talking about, sis? He said, respectfully, you haven't answered the topic question. What did I just say when I got on this feed? Can you remember even what I said now? About? Yeah. Did y'all hear what I said when I got on this feed? Did y'all hear what I said when I got on this feed? Do you see the comment? I just said I just used that to get y'all to come over here, right? I believe I addressed Islam, right? I addressed black. Did I not? I addressed it. Am I lying? I addressed it. And they can't still comprehend this. I just said we should talk about there's no black people. There's no such thing as a black people. I just said Islam is anything could be Islam. So they saying they want me to go, well, brother, is it the black man's religion? There's no such thing as a black man, so you can't have it as a religion. That's simple.
Right. You know what though? The thing is, you have read. To break it down me. It takes crisis, or it takes something to be even of saying that there is such thing as a black person or black people. So, you know, for me, maybe me reading the SF 171 and you read it for, do you know what it means when you're checking off these boxes? You know, do you know what jurisdiction means? Do you know that you call yourself dead end?
Listen. You got to fix your mic, and I also see where you're going at with this. I hear it. Listen, that is not the topic of what I just was talking about. All I'm saying to you, okay, please, people, hold up. I need y'all to hear me. Listen, I do classes, people. Let's set these things up. Like, I hear what you're saying and where you want to go with this, but I said that I gave you the inventions of Islam. There is no black people. If you want to have something that how you fix these boxes that you can, I can do classes, Zoom classes. I keep trying to tell you this. Set it up.
I'm not trying to take it anywhere than what you want to go, so I apologize.
No, it's okay. It's all good, sister. It's all good here. But I want people to understand this. I do classes on it, and I told you to get the overstanding of the language of law. I know we want things in a microwave. I truly do. But like my sister said, the only reason why I did this particular video because it wasn't prepared. I was talking to my sis talking about how 11-year-old couldn't read at a kindergarten level. And it's the same thing with grown people. Like they keep asking me I spoke about the topic. And she said, first you have to read before you can comprehend. Am I lying, sis? She said, you have to know how to read before you can comprehend anything. This is a school teacher. So my thing is like, if you want these things, let's set these classes up. I'm open to come to everywhere and do these classes in person. I'm game, but I'm not going to keep doing this. And I didn't want to be on here for like 2 hours.
Because the reason why, I just want to jump in there really quick. It's an order to the madness, right? When you're teaching the body how to read or teaching the body how to write, because these are not innate qualities. It's a system in place for a reason. And I think what happens is people get confused very easily and misled very easily because don't understand how things work. So it's very easy to say certain information because people's comprehension level is not where it needs to be because they're not reading enough. And that's as a country. That's as a society. So that's why I take the time for myself to go back and do the work. That's what Sabir is trying to explain to people. You have to read and research more. I don't want people to take away from their own lifestyle or their own way of thinking. I want you to increase it by challenging yourself to read this literature and take the time to read certain things, to really see, is that really a part of my moral compass? Or is that something that I need to remove because it's not part of my moral compass? That was something that was taught to me from my environment or from someone else's way of thinking. Because we can take on other people's ways of thinking.
That's true. Somebody she asking me right now in the chat box, is you are educated? She's a school teacher, but we are all educators. See, this is the thing that people don't understand what educator mean. Like, educate means to draw out what's in you.
Yeah. What's in you?
Draw out what's in you. Draw out what's in you. So what happens, what they do in school is they put in and then take out. That's called indoctrination. Education is within you. So when you see what I'm sharing with you, when I'm sharing this with you, that means I'm going to take my time, research what Sabir Bey says. Is it factual? Or y'all can set up classes like this. I'm fine.
But Sabir, I'm glad you said that, because that's what's happening to these children. They're not coming to school with anything. So the teacher is not even taking out anything anymore. Like, education really is in a state of danger, because it's a lot of people that are coming to say, okay, we know that we don't want to indoctrinate children anymore. We know the damage that we have done over the last 60, 70 years. We understand that education was designed for the working class people, but that system has fallen. It is shattered into millions of pieces. Their working class is turning into AI. So that's why Sabir is saying you have to have a skill. You have to practice and own the skill. So it's important that education, like he said, we are mirroring each other. I salute Sabir. I salute him, because this man is about work. His effort is effortless at this point. He's doing it with ease. If you've ever seen somebody learn how to skate, I like skating, inline skating. In Chicago, that's a culture. You practice until you get very good at it. And then it becomes seamless, where you're learning how to do other things. And that's what I want to become when I study and I work with people's children. We have to do better.
What's up, Brother Percy? We got Brother Percy on the line. What's up, Brother Percy? I got Percy on the line. Percy is the one I told you about. He went to the schools dealing with his daughter and how crazy this is.
I believe it.
Like fighting, like literally, like, and he shares, and y'all don't realize how many stories I get, but he's aware of what's going on, and he's literally challenging them. And it's like they don't even want Percy in the motherfucking room. What's up, Percy? You there? They don't even want Percy
in the room to think.
Nothing much.
They don't want him in the room. They don't want him.
Yeah, but you know the funniest thing about this. So when we came back from Morocco, like before we left, I had ordered like maybe like 6 what's that, 100 amazing facts about the Negro. So when he came back, I had gave one of the counselors for the school, the one that I was talking to, was like, oh, you don't even have a book in the library about the Moors. And like everybody in there was like giving me a look like, what's going on? And so I told him, I was like, pretty much like the people who you guys follow, I'm like, the stuff that is in that book, you guys can't even say, because it would cost you your job pretty much. And so I was like, you know what? I'm like, here, I'm gonna give it to you, read it, because you guys want to do all these events talking about Black history and all this stuff. And it's like, you're not reaching the kids. Like they rather take the kids out to like to the movies or take the kids out. Like, it's about entertaining these children, and it's not about really educating these children with anything. And so when I gave her that book, I was like, I'll talk to you within a month. So our next meeting is on this Tuesday. And so from the feedback that I got is that they want to start a curriculum next year with the club off the book, like to actually go into the information a little bit deeper and actually start teaching the kids.
And that's all you can do is inspire them. But this is the thing. Their paycheck won't allow these things to happen, because they have to dummy our people down. It's like words that we use. Like somebody got to hear cult. Do you know a cult, what a cult is? A cult is something that you can have a cult in a culture. A cult, you cultivate the cult, it becomes a culture. So in Philly, we have a culture. We speak a certain language. We dress a certain way. It's a culture. So that's all a cult is. A cult, you take the cult, cultivate the cult, and it becomes a culture. So everybody has it. This is the weird part. Like, They look at that book, 100 Amazing Facts About the Negro, be like, you know who I gave that book to? You know who I gave that book to and read that book? He read that book by the time I got off the plane. The actor Mel Jackson. Mel Jackson, the brother from Soul Food, Delivers from Eva, the one that licks his lips. We was in a Hyatt hotel in Chicago some years ago, and I gave him the book. By the time I got off the plane, Mel Jackson had read that mother freaking book. That's the crazy part. It don't take you months, brother. The book is so thin. The book is thin. You can read that book in one day. Now, the comprehension part comes in later on. Did you comprehend 100 Amazing Facts About the Negro? And let me say this to y'all. Do not buy Henry Louis Gates' version. So let me see something. Don't buy that.
To what he said, I just want to explain why they're hesitant. They're hesitant because this information that you will be explaining to them, it might go against what other people want their children to learn. And that's the biggest issue public school is having. It's not that it shouldn't be taught, because it should definitely be taught. But because public school has so many different styles of children, even if all the children look the same, their culture may be different at home. One belief system may go against that belief system. So this is what Sabir is going up against. He's trying to educate people, but people are fighting against it because they don't really understand true education.
But do you know that you can bring all of these things together, rather, no matter what you are? Rather, I can connect you. Rather you are Mexican, I can show you how you're Morisco. I don't care what where you at in this. I can literally bring it full circle, like literally, because it's one. It's like once you truly understand. Let me say this, for instance. Let me show you something. Percy and them didn't get a chance to go to the Atlas Mountains when we was in Morocco. But let me just share something with y'all before we go, because I ain't mean to be on for 2 damn hours. Damn. But it's needed. And I hope y'all share this. But let me show you something. Give me 1 minute. I'm going to show you something that some of y'all paid attention, looked at right here. Did you know that was a Berber woman? Do you know that's the Statue of Liberty? Do you know what she's making right here? Do anybody know what she's making? Don't say nothing, Percy. Do anyone know what she's making? And y'all probably using it in the States too. Do anybody know what she's making? Give me 1 second. Let's move this out the way. Give me 1 minute. Anybody know? That's the Statue of Liberty, right? So she's a Berber woman. Berber. Well, let me show you a little closer. Let me help y'all. Let me see if y'all can see this one right here. Give me 1 second. Let me see if you can see this one. This is my photo now. Bear with me. I'm going to show you my photo of me in the Atlas Mountains. And y'all use it right here in the States. But see, this is the part of the education part, sister. You see that? Y'all still don't know what they're making? Did y'all figure it out yet? This is recently. This is my photos in the Atlas Mountains. Did y'all get it yet? Okay. They're making argan oil. You see the nut? You see the nut? You ain't got the nut in the States. This is the nut. This is called argan. They're making argan oil. You see the nut? If y'all want some, I only have a couple left. This is argan oil. Okay? So that's what they're making. So the people, they would never tell black people this. I can't tell y'all this. You see the nut that's in here? So what they do with argan oil is that they actually take it and get it in the state and they cut it up. Your argan oil don't look like that. That's raw argan oil. Yeah. So let me show you another photo of this. And I have masses of it. And those people is the Amazigh. Amazigh. Okay? Up in the Atlas Mountains. in Morocco. There they go again. So the Amazigh. So you got to understand why they're light, because you got to study the history of the French also going into Morocco. You got to study them. Okay? You got to study what happened with the Rif. This is the Amazigh symbol. This is real silver. Amazigh that you call Berber. Oh, it's a whole story, man, behind this. So I think I'm really finished, because I think I did enough. Anything you want to share, Brother Percy, before we get off, because I ain't going to be on here for 2 hours. But hopefully, again, I'm going to do a Zoom class eventually, but I don't even know what it's going to be on. But y'all can email me. I'm open for any kind of lectures. I gave y'all people. Y'all can watch the replay and basically, you know, do y'all due diligence. You ain't got to believe me. Y'all want everything for free, but y'all can tip me when I get off of here. You definitely can tip. So anything else you want to share, Brother Percy, before I leave, or my sis? Anything?
Nah. No, well, actually, one other thing I wanted to say piggyback off of what she was saying, how the people don't really read. I think a lot of it has to do with, like, we're so used to watching these videos at the moment. So, like, children don't really need to read. They feel whatever information they're getting from the video is actually the truth, and they don't need to go look at it for themselves.
No, he said Islam is old Sabine. I know about Sabine. In the first language, first and foremost, the first language is Gaga Google. The first language, Gaga Google.
That is true.
The first language before all of this stuff that y'all talk. See, this is what these cats are doing.
Have their own language.
Baby talk. Gaga Google. That's the first language. They don't even get it yet, brother. Listen.
And that's true. They do use but that's the reason why they can't, right? Because they're trying to replace technology with these skills. But we have to remind ourselves that the skill is more powerful.
Yeah. Right. I'm telling you, this is real. So all these people, let me make this clear before I get off it. All you dudes that think I just came out 5 or 10 or 15 years ago, I've been doing this for a very long time, okay? So this is what they believe, that I'm a new dude to this. No, I've been doing. So all the stuff that y'all watching on social media, most of these dudes that y'all watched recently, and I'm not, listen, Karis wants you to take credit for it. Most of these dudes, Brother Percy, they got it from me. I'm just being real with y'all. They're just watching it again. So Percy know more stuff that I have than y'all would ever know. Seriously. Karen do, Percy do. Like, certain people in this circle knows what I have. Trust me. And I damn sure ain't going to give it to you for free, because it wasn't free for me. Because it wasn't free to walk, to fly, to sleep, to be uncomfortable sometimes. Some days we didn't even we didn't even sleep sometimes. Okay? Culture have wisdom. So I thank y'all. My email is up there. If you want to reach out to me, I am so open for that. But I didn't want to be on here, Brother Percy, for damn near 2 hours, because my brother said, yo, you got to shrink it down. So I hope y'all got something from this. So y'all can leave your tips, leave your whatever, or share it out on X, y'all. Share it out on X, formerly known as Twitter. Mine is Real Sabir Bey, RealSabirbey, Real Sabir Bey. Okay? Gotta go, y'all. Listen up. Listen up. Listen.
Why we don't respect us? Why do we reject us? Why do we look down on us when we behind them desks? Why they come? Why we don't respect us? Why do we reject us? Why do we look down on us when we behind them desks? Why every time I'm in the drive through to order breakfast, own kind at the window talking to me breakfast? Why we hate each other just because we matching dresses? Shopping at the same mall, it should be expected. Why we not accepted? Why do we accept it? Why every time we get into it, murder's the objective? Why every time we talk to us, we be so aggressive? Why do we get so belligerent when we address us? Why we let you down but hate when you progress? Jealous of my own brother because we drive a Lexus. Did it think we the only ones that don't share it out? And if you throw a picnic, you can bet that we the freshest. Why we always pick our dark-skinned women second? Dog and call them names and in reality they precious. We sing the
Chicago's own, my brother Gemstones for life, baby.
Be the only ones that's targeting our ethnic. Record label focus because they marketing these records. Today the album drops, but our tomorrow gets affected. Long as we keep signing on the margin by the exit. Blinded by the money, a Ferrari and a necklace. Okay, so the album hot, but what about the message? What about the little ghetto kids that we've infected? Killers cause they're wearing hoodies, now we screaming justice. What about the children that's been murdered by detectives? What about the ones that get us bogusly arrested? What about discrimination? Cause how we complected. Let me calm down so you can properly digest it. When will we address it? When will we adjust it?
When we address these dudes, y'all, when we gonna address these cats on YouTube? Come on, y'all. Let's go.
Seems to be the only thing that we obsessed with. Every nationality that's breathing, we impressed with. All kinds the only one we screaming we don't mess with. Facebook friends, the only people we connect with. Care about our phones more than anything we blessed with. All we do is down talk each other to the next click. Everything is competition, especially if you dress slick. Yeah, we unemployed, but you can bet we got on fresh kicks. Drama's the effect of everything that we oppressed with. When we linked letter was prophetically a death wish. Tell me how can we destroy the beauty we was blessed with?
Thank y'all so much, man. Until next time, God willing, have a wonderful evening. Yeah, it's the elephant in the room, and it's Sabir, baby. I thank you, family. I appreciate y'all so much. So please share these videos out and have a wonderful evening on purpose. Gotta go.